In today's episode, we delve into one of Sai Baba's most humble and spiritually rich aspects, his daily practice of seeking Bhiksha, alms. Though a fakir by choice, Sai Baba's act of begging for food was never one of necessity. Instead, it was a profound expression of humility, detachment, and his divine way of teaching equality and compassion. Let us understand why Baba limited his Bhiksha rounds to only 5 houses, who the blessed families were, and what deeper meaning lies behind this sacred routine. Om Sai Ram, welcome to Shirdi Sai Baba Satsang. Until his final days, Sai Baba personally went door to door to collect food. He restricted his Bhiksha to just 5 houses, all located within a few meters of Dwarka Mai. Baba would go multiple times a day, carrying a folded cloth on his head, a joli to collect dry items like chapatis, bhakris, and rice. He had a tumbrel tin mug in his right hand for liquids. He never entered the houses. Instead, he would stand outside and lovingly call out for food. After gathering the Bhiksha, Baba returned to Dwarka Mai, offered a portion to the sacred Dhuni, fire, and placed the rest in a pot, kolamba, near the fire, from which anyone, human, animal, bird, ant, or insect could partake. Only after others were fed would Baba eat a small amount himself. Though the reason behind his choosing only 5 houses remains unsaid in scriptures, many believe it symbolized the 5 elements, 5 senses, or 5 types of devotion. Others see it as Baba's message against ego and social discrimination, a divine gesture that showed that the affluent could revere even a fakir. Let us now see these 5 sacred houses and the blessed souls who honored to feed Sai Baba. This information is taken from various sources. Sakharam Shelke's house. This house stood near Baba's Chavadi with a west-facing entrance directly opposite Vamanrao Gonkar's home. Shakharam Shelke, a wealthy landlord and devoted follower of Baba, was deeply loved by him. Baba would stand at the crossroads and affectionately call, Sakharam, roti de. According to Sakarabai, wife of Sakaram's grandson Haribau, Baba shared a bond with the family. Shakaram's son Triambak donated land to Shirdi Samsthan, part of which became the present day Shirdi bus stand. His samadhi stands in the Narasimha temple compound beside his home, alongside those of his wife Thanabai and Ramgir Bua. The Narasimha temple, constructed by the Shelke family in honor of their Kuldevta, still functions with daily rituals. Though the house was sold in the early 2000s and replaced by a shopping complex, the family legacy remains etched in Shirdi's spiritual history. Vamarao Gonkar's house. Directly opposite Shakaram's house stood that of Vamanrao Gonkar, another prosperous landowner and lifelong resident of Shirdi. His family owned around 500 acres of land, including Lendibagh, which was eventually sold to Moreshwar Pradhan and donated to the Sansthan. Vamanrao's house is notably mentioned in Sri Sai Satcharita, chapter 19. During a time when Radha Krishna Mai were unwell, Baba climbed a ladder placed against this house, walked across the roof, and walked over the roof of Radha Krishna Mai's house, and then climbed off from the other side, performing a unique healing leela. Baba paid 2 rupees to the ladder bearer, Venku Kamblekar, emphasizing fair compensation. Kamblekar, who had no children then, was later blessed with 2 sons. Vamanrao passed away on 15th April 1964. His descendants continue to honor Baba's legacy. Even today, during village festivals, the Palaki and Rath processions stop first at this house for the initial puja. Though a hotel now stands in its place, the spiritual legacy remains alive. Next one is of Bayaji Appa Kote Patil's house. Located at the end of Kote Galli, this house is known as Sai Kutir and was home to Bayaji Appa Kote Patil, a devoted follower of Baba since childhood. His father was also a staunch devotee. Bayaji began serving Baba at the age of 11 and remained close to him all his life. Bayaji was the Patel of Birgaon, owning 84 acres of land acquired through Baba's guidance. Baba gave him 4 rupees daily and instructed him to invest wisely. Heeding Baba's advice led to prosperity. Ignoring it once resulted in a loss. Baba visited Bayaji's home daily for Bhiksha. Bayaji witnessed Baba's Mahasamadhi and was entrusted with Baba's final words. I am leaving. Carry me to the Vada. All Brahmins will live near me. Baba left his body in a sitting posture, leaning on him. Bayaji's descendant, Gopinath Kote, still lives in Sai Kutir. His family is honored with carrying Baba's Padukas and Satka during the Chavadi procession. Bayaji Bai, Baijama, Ganapati Kote Patil's house. Adjacent to Sai Kutir stood the house of Baijabai, lovingly called Baijama. Married to the affluent Ganapati Kote Patil, she was known for her kindness and devotion. She was the first woman to feed Baba when he arrived in Shirdi. Recognizing his divinity, she would roam the village in search of the young fakir to offer him food. Once Baba settled in Dwarkamai, she continued to serve him daily. Upon hearing his voice, she would drop everything to prepare fresh bhakri and curry. Baba once asked her, do you want sampatti, wealth, or santati, progeny? She selflessly chose the welfare of Tatya, her son, who was childless. Baba kept his promise and safeguarded Tatya throughout. Her family was honored to carry Baba's photograph during the Palki procession. Viju Kote, Tatya's grandson, and Gopinath Kote still perform this ritual. The Palki is not lifted until Viju signals, just as Baba would not begin the procession without Tatya's touch. And the fifth house is of Nandaram Marwari Sanklecha. Nandaram was a kind-hearted moneylender and landowner whose grandfather had migrated from Rajasthan. He became close to Baba in 1875 and was one of the 5 chosen homes for Bhiksha. Baba lovingly called out to his wife Radhabai, who had a speech issue, saying, "Oh Bhaupudi Bai, Bhiksha de." Baba would return upset if she were late, though she saw even his scoldings as blessings. She lovingly made Puran Polis and gifted Baba a hand-stitched kafni every Diwali. Baba wore it with joy. During a plague outbreak in 1911, Baba assured Nandaram, "I won't let you die till I die," and gave him Udi. He recovered fully. Once, during a deadly illness, when sugar was believed to worsen symptoms, Baba gave Nandaram sugar from his own pocket. Nandaram ate it in faith and recovered. Nandaram later donated Booty Vada and Dwarkamai, enabling the extension of the Samadhi Mandir. He also repaired the Maruti and Ganesh temples. He passed away on 13th October 1946. Today, a commercial complex stands where his house was, but his legacy of service continues through his descendants. Sai Baba's practice of collecting alms, even when physically weak, was a living lesson in humility and divine love. He showed that helping others, no matter how small the act, is the truest form of devotion. His Bhiksha rounds were not about receiving, but about giving blessings, compassion, and unity. Some believe the 5 houses represent the 5 elements, the 5 senses, or the 5 paths of devotion. Others see it as Baba's quiet protest against ego and caste, teaching that true greatness lies not in status, but in humility, love, and surrender. Through this daily act of begging, Baba dissolved barriers between rich and poor, giver and receiver, and human and divine. His actions were always purposeful, guided by a higher wisdom that transcended human understanding. Let us follow Baba's path by giving to those in need with love, humility, and without expectations. Whether it is a kind word, a helping hand, a shared meal, or a simple act of compassion, every offering becomes sacred when done with a pure heart. May Baba bless us all with the wisdom to live simply, love deeply, and serve selflessly. We'll meet again in the next episode with more divine stories, teachings, and blessings from our beloved Sai Baba. Om Sai Ram.